Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches, and this is a brief market analysis, a subset of what I provide my insider members on on the weekend. The weekend video is typically a lot longer, typically 30-35 minutes, covering the markets in detail. And this is a small subset of it. I've subtitled it "Storm Coming" because, yeah, it's a little play on the hurricane action that's going on, and hopefully, if your family is in Florida, that you're being safe. And that they are safe and hopefully getting out of harm's way. I know we have family down there. We're very concerned about it. But I also believe there's a storm coming in the market, and I think we're getting very, very close. We're going to talk about that. In this video, we're going to look at the Dow Industrials on a daily and weekly basis. We're going to look at the Semiconductors, Homebuilders, and Financials ETF. Financials took a pretty good hit this week. And then we're going to look at the high yield bond fund because it is screaming risk off. And then we're going to check in on Apple stock, which is dropping ahead of the big announcement, a big release that they've got on Tuesday with the big announcement of their 10-year iPhone and all of that good stuff. So kind of an interesting happening with the Apple stock. So let's dive in here. Okay, we're going to start off here with the Dow Industrials on the daily view. The Dow was up 13 points for the day, but again, very tight little trading going on, very compressed action. Last 3 days have all been inside that big move down that we had on Tuesday. This trend line I drew a few days ago on this chart, and it came down right to it yesterday, slightly broke it today. We'll see how much that matters. My wave count is that we have completed the fifth minor wave up of the fifth intermediate wave. You'll see that 5 right up here. Okay, so I believe we've got the top end. The alternate count is that is minor wave 3, but the action that I'm seeing in here, a couple of things. Broke this trend line pretty substantially. We've pulled back to it a couple of times now. The wave structure that I'm seeing in this move down, it's a little 3 wave, and then we're getting this type of action. This doesn't, it just doesn't make heads or tails of it being a 4th wave of some kind. So this is my preferred count. I think that we are working our way down. It looks to me like almost like we're hanging by a thread in here. We're below the 10-day. The blue line is a 10-day exponential moving average. And I am counting this as a wave 1, 2, and then within this minute wave, actually this is sub-minute wave, minuet, I'm sorry. This is minute wave, this is minuet, this is sub-minuet. That's the Elliott wave labeling that we've got. I've got it as a 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm expecting we've started a 3 fairly dramatically with the move on Tuesday. I am looking for continuation to the downside. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Now, we haven't broken down on the week. We're down almost 190 points for the week, though. All of the indices, all the 5 major indices I look at this on a regular basis every day, were all down for the week this week. Now, we haven't broken below the 10-day exponential moving or 10-week exponential moving average. This is the 21-week. So we haven't broken down yet on the weekly chart. But this is the picture that we've got, and this is the wave count that we've got in here. And that's what we're looking for right now, and that's why I believe that the storm is coming. Let's take a look at semiconductors. Semiconductors were down $1.44 this week, down 1.6%. Now, watching this trend line, this is a trend line of the whole move from last August, basically. And it hasn't broken it. It's tried it a couple of times, but it seems to have held. So that's pretty critical right now. You got to say that the trend is still intact to the upside on the semiconductors. The home builders, they've rallied the last 2 weeks in here. They were up 49 cents this week, and I'm kind of wondered, I don't know if this is because of the hurricane and they're expecting extra, activity. The home builders ETF includes, I believe, Lowe's and Home Depot in it. So there's that type of action going on also. But here's the test of the highs back up in here, and we could be making another run at that. That's 39.22. So we started to break down, now getting this little bounce. We'll watch and see. Let me check the volume. That's not telling me anything. And I haven't spent any time on the indicators, honestly. Let's take a look at the financials. XLF, this was really, really weak. This does not look good. Down 2.7% for the week. This broke the trend line a couple of weeks ago, and this is a trend line really of this 18-month move, okay, from the February 2016 low in here. And so here we had a first pullback and then another one. And so this is the trend line that incorporates, let me zoom back out of this, that incorporates that entire move in here. And now we've broken down out of it. Now, when you break a trend line, it doesn't mean you're automatically collapsing, but the way it's rolling over is not very positive at all. All the indicators are very negative right now with this reading. And this is the first close back below the 21-week since it did it back in April, mid-April. So we're getting a little bit of a breakdown now. We'll watch to see, do we get some continuation or not? All right, let's take a look at the high yield bond fund. Now this is a daily chart, and you know, this is look what it's done this week. Okay, so this was last Friday. This week was basically not, was that right? Let me see. Yeah, I was looking for 5 days. I forgot that we didn't have trading on Monday. It's a 4-day week. So yeah, this was last Friday, and this is what we've done this week. And this is basically screaming risk off. You know, when high yield bond fund rallies and moves to the upside, that's basically telling you that the animal spirits are alive. They're ready to take on the riskier type assets, and that's not what this is saying right now. So this is sending a message. And when you look at this, there's a series of trend lines have been broken in here. And so right now, to me, the target is this very next trend line. If we break that and get below this low, this August 10th low, we're going to be heading south to try on the February, March lows for sure. So this is going to be real interesting to watch. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, so this is actually a weekly chart of Apple. I'll go to a daily here in a minute, but you can see we've got this uptrend here from last, what is this, April, May low. Okay, so a lot of the stocks bottomed in January, February. You can see Apple did not. It came back down into April, May, and then we got this rally in here and about a 45-degree angle, nice strong rally to the upside. Couple of things going on. We were down, $5.42 for the week, 3.3%. So a pretty strong move, closing below all the trading range of the previous week. Let's go back to the daily chart and we'll see these. This is the trend line of the move from of July. These two data points here. So all of this move from the beginning of July, we've now broken that trend line very substantially. We're down $2.63 here on Friday, and we're basically looks like it's rolling over. It's going to come down and test this trend line, probably get some support in here where it got support before at 155. The real question is that support going to hold? I have no idea why this is selling off prior to the big announcement day on Tuesday. It could be a case of, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. We'll have to watch and see. So right now, I'd have to say expectation would be that support would come in here. And if that doesn't work, then, you know, you've got to look at what the next levels are going to be. And I would say that's going to be down in here, 148. But we got to take one step at a time. Right now, it does look like it's rolling over. All right, that's the picture on Apple and the market for this weekend. Hope you found that helpful. We'll have a great weekend, and I hope everyone, family members and everybody is safe in Florida. Talk to you on the next video.